Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel Learn Law with Professor Rashmi. I have already uploaded 3 video lectures on the topic of environmental law. I hope you have already gone through those videos. Do let me know your feedback in the comment section. Coming to today's topic, one of the most important topic is Brundtland Commission or Brundtland Report. Why this topic is so important? Because when we talk about Brundtland Commission or Brundtland Report, we have to inevitably talk about sustainable development. We have already seen the definition of sustainable development earlier, but to have a comprehensive definition, or when we talk about a comprehensive definition, we have to rely on Brundtland Commission. So what is the essence of this Brundtland Commission or Brundtland Report? The term sustainable development was brought in common use after the report of this commission. The official name of this commission is World Commission on Environment and Development, which was set up by General Assembly of United Nations in 1983. The chairperson of this commission was Gro Harlem Brundtland. Reason being, it is popularly known as Brundtland Commission. This Brundtland Commission met in 1983, but it gave its seminal report in 1987, and the name of the report or title of that report was Our Common Future, and that is this report is popularly also known as Brundtland Report. This report has given comprehensive definition of sustainable development. Let us see what this definition says. Sustainable development is a development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This is the definition which is given in Our Common Future or Brundtland Report in 1987. If you analyze this definition of sustainable development, you will find that there are two concepts which are discussed in this definition. First is of the needs, and second is about limitations. What does this mean? Basically, the concept of needs, which means that there is an essential needs of world's poor which should be given priority. So in order to meet the essential needs of world poor, I have to give it priority. So there is no option for me but to go with the development. And what are the limitations? Limitations are imposed by the state of technology and social organization so that environment's ability to meet present and future needs is not compromised. So the two key concepts says that yes, there is a need of world's poor which needs technological development or industrialization across the globe. At the same time, because I need to preserve or conserve my environment for present and future generations, there are some limitations which are imposed on this technological or industrial advancement, technological advancement or industrial advancement. So sustainable development is trying to merge these two concepts. If you remember, we had already discussed in Stockholm conference that the two opposite concepts of environment and development were merged together as a part of the same coin or two sides of the same coin and all. So basically I mean to say here is the sustainable development concept was actually a part of Stockholm Declaration also, but it was properly or it was given name by this Brundtland Commission. The concept of sustainable development was defined in this Brundtland report. Now there are the 8 principles which are discussed in this Brundtland Commission or were discussed in this Brundtland Commission. But before that, we have to understand that yes, sustainable development would require that there should be minimization of depletion, likelihood of using substitutes which are available, then to avoid adverse impact on quality of air, water, natural elements and ecosystems overall integrity is preserved, is what sustainable development is aiming to, right? What are the 8 principles which are discussed in this Brundtland report? Let us discuss it by one. Fundamental human rights, we already know what are the fundamental human rights. So each and every human being, it is his fundamental right to have an environment which is adequate for his health and well-being. Intergenerational equity, one of the important part of sustainable development, which means that each and every state should conserve and use the environment and natural resources for benefit of present and future generations. Intergenerational equity, the word is intergenerational equity, so present and future generations should be placed in equal footing, which it simply means. Third is conservation and sustainable use. So each and every state shall maintain an ecosystem or develop such processes in such a way that they are able to preserve the biological diversity, and optimum sustainable yield is done or is obtained by using this natural resources and ecosystems. Fourth is environmental standards and monitoring. See, each and every state there is a compulsion that it should establish the adequate environmental protection standards. Why these standards are required? So I have a air quality standard, I have a water potability standards. So these standards help me in monitoring the changes. So if the air quality is what you can say is going down, then I should have that monitoring mechanism. So in order to have the monitoring mechanism, first the standard should be specified. Next is prior environmental assessments. So each and every state shall make or require prior environmental assessment of proposed activity which is going to affect. This is basically environmental impact assessment, which we know as today. So whatever development project or infrastructure project is going to come, how is it going to affect my environment? So environmental impact assessment or prior environmental assessment is basically a tool which is used to evaluate the environmental impacts of the proposed project or development and the interrelated socio-economic, cultural or other impacts, and both the benefits and adverse effects would be discussed in this environmental impact assessment. After having this environmental impact assessment, I would be able to understand whether I should go with this development or this proposed project, or I should halt at this time. Now you must be aware of many different projects which come, and then there is a lot of discussion which goes on in media. Now recent one is the Ratnagiri refinery, that is Varsu village refinery. You must be aware that environment would be impacted and all. So this all would come under environmental impact assessment or prior environment assessment. Next, prior notification, access and due process. What does this mean? So suppose I am going to have project on a big land parcel which is owned by different people, and yes, they are offered compensation, or they would be given compensation, but they should have some say. So they should have the knowledge that this land is going to be confiscated for this particular project. This is the compensation which you are going to receive, and after that there should be access. So if they are they should be heard, they should be given an opportunity to heard, there should be due process developed for all this, and after that only such projects can come into place. Sustainable development and assistance, which means that each and every state should ensure that conservation should be treated as an integral part of planning and implementation of development authorities, and also assistance should be provided to other states, maybe developing or underdeveloped nations. This is what sustainable development and assistance talks about. And last one is general obligation to cooperate, which means that each and every state shall cooperate in good faith with other states in implementing the goals of sustainable development. So basically with above principles, you will see that to achieve sustainable development, economy and ecology have to merge. Both ecology and economy, when they will merge, then only we would be able to achieve sustainable development. So environmental concerns should become an integral part of decision making at each and every level, may it be at lowest level or highest level. So at state level or taluka level or district level or national level or international level. So environmental concerns should be an integral part in decision making at all levels, and sustainable development should be an overriding goal. So overriding goal or overriding importance should be given to sustainable development, is what is discussed in this Brundtland report. Talking about this Dominic McGoldrick structure, here Dominic McGoldrick had suggested the sustainable development can be structurally conceived. See, what he is saying, that the sustainable development and the three pillars. So it is like a temple, whereas this sustainable development is at highest importance of that. So what you can say, simple structure it is giving, which is talking about integrating an interactive approach. This is a temple which we have to achieve sustainable development, and which are the three important pillars: international environment law, international human rights law, and international economic law. So this three broad range of disciplines are separate, but they have to be integrated so as to achieve sustainable development, right? This is simply what Dominic McGoldrick model structure talks about. This is all about sustainable development. Now when we are going to discuss about sustainable development with respect to India, or sustainable development and judicial approach, all those things, you'll always have to think and have in mind that what is sustainable development. It is not going to hamper my development or industrialization. At the same time, it is not, the industrialization or development is not allowed to affect my environment or ecology. So here ecology and economy are to be merged to achieve sustainable development. One of the most important concepts of environmental law, and one of the interesting concepts, we do have different case laws and different approaches of judiciary in India, where in many cases pro environment approach was adopted, and in many cases pro development approach was also adopted. This means that sustainable development is not only strangulating my development, but is and only protecting environment, but at the same time it is also promoting development and protecting environment. So we would see about that different approaches in upcoming lectures. Till that, stay tuned. Thank you.